about to pull up, you don't know.
We're living in some crazy times, people.
Hov went out of town. They like, yo, Bleek, watch the crib. I watch the crib. Don't bring no bitches over here. You bugging. I'm bringing all the bitches over here. So listen, we bringing all the bitches. So listen, right? I'm telling Hov I'm fucked up. I need $100. Nigga like, listen. Go in my room, in my nightstand. In my top drawer is the hundreds. Yo, Bleek, I know how much money I got, so take 100. That's it. So I'm like, all right, cool, no fucking problem.
You should have taken more.
Go to the nightstand, take 100. I open the drawer.
She got $1 million.
A whole stack of hundreds, just the whole drawer full of hundreds. So I'm like, damn, Bleek, why the fuck you ask for 100? What's wrong with you, my nigga? Like, so I'm like, all right, let me take $100 bill, because I don't want no smoke. I don't want these niggas to be like, Bleek a thief. You know what I mean? I ain't that nigga. I'd rather take it with the gun than steal. So I'm taking 100. But then now, you know, I'm downstairs chilling with the shorty. Son in my mind, like, check the other drawers. So I go up there, check hundreds, 50s, 50, every drawer stacked to the top, hundreds and 50s. Then you get to the drawer that just had 20s. And it was like, Bleek again, why you ask for 100?
You could ask for 120.
Nigga, you was, nigga, 500. That's what you needed, something like that. Boy, I was sick, and no, that's when I knew that day, I gotta get in. Whatever they doing, I gotta fucking get in. Yo, my moms used to be, I used to get on punishment for hanging with Hov and them. Yo, what you doing around them? They grown men, you ain't supposed to be over there. Get in the crib. So I don't give a fuck. I take an ass whipping. I'ma learn the sauce. Word, I still ain't got the drawers full of hundreds and 50s though. I don't know what they was doing still.
I don't know what they was doing still. Just keeping it a buck.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hov. H to the OV.
Breaking news, JAYZ and PUSHA T have been named as alleged handlers with Harvey Weinstein in the recent Epstein file release. This is due to a 2019 FBI crisis intake report alleging their involvement in sexual abuse alongside Epstein and Harvey Weinstein in the 1990s and 2000s. The veil is officially open. Raw. Like, what is going on, people? This is where that Marvin Gaye song needs to come in. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? JAYZ and PUSHA T? King Push. Walk with me, people. Welcome to this episode of Dub of the Week. This one I had to jump on immediately, man. Woke up and I just saw this and I was like, whoa. What's going on? Everything's alleged. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm a small channel. I like these two artists. I have to cover it. I have to find out what's really going on as a fan of hip hop, as a fan of what we've been looking up to. Like, what are we really looking up to, people? Do you get what I'm saying? Anyway, you know me. I always go to the source, and that's Trap. Trap Moros has something to say about this. JAYZ and PUSHA T are in the Epstein files. You know me, I'm busting a like to that already. I don't even have to listen. I'm busting a like because Trap always has the source. He's always my source. You get what I'm saying? I do my reading and my research online and etc. But I'm here to put two and two together because the allegations they're putting on these guys is a bit dark. It's not a joke. It's really, really dark. Do you get what I'm saying? Allow the drug allegations. Yeah, we already knew that from JAYZ's lyrics. We already knew that from PUSHA T's lyrics that they used to push drugs, which is why I want to put two and two together, how they ended up linking up with this in this Epstein files. Walk with me, people. Woof. This one is a wolf, I'm telling you.
The dark death of Jay-Z's mistress. There's been all these rumors, most of which, pretty much all of which have been unsubstantiated, just for the record, and I also don't want to get sued, that Jay-Z was involved in some dark things. They say he's in the Illuminati. They say that he's, you know, he's in some satanic rituals. But now, unfortunately for Jay, they're saying that he's in the Epstein files. I think it is... Being in the Illuminati or the Epstein files, I'd probably pick the Illuminati. This is very embarrassing. This is very dark, and this is very grim. But it's not just Jay-Z. They're also saying that King Push, all right? King Push, Pusha T himself is apparently in the Epstein files too. No. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. It's actually insane. It is...
Drake fans are smiling now. They're laughing at this one. I'm not going to lie. But let's keep going. Man.
Honestly... this is bad. Yeah, this is bad, all right? Just like the thumbnail said. So this has been going around, and it's been going around a whole bunch of different subreddits. I'm going to quickly just fill you in, pause, on some of the subreddits that this has been posted in and some of the comments and reaction, because this is some of the craziest news I've seen in hip-hop in years, all right? And to be fair, this isn't proven. This isn't proof. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going around with the Epstein files today, but this is absolutely wild, okay? So this has been going around. There's these two snippets that are basically saying that Pusha T and Jay-Z were involved in some pretty nefarious behind-the-scenes Hollywood demonic party rituals. Wow. I don't even know. There's no other way I can say it. It says, on each occasion, Blank believed she was drugged, clouding her memory. Blank attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers. So they're saying that handlers was drugging this unnamed woman, this Jane Doe, right, and whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Amongst her handlers, Blank identified the artist Pusha T. Insane. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. And then it says, in approximately 2007, Redacted attended a party. Another name redacted. Following an invitation from an unknown man who approached her as she walked down a street. Weinstein and Pusha T, yes, Harvey Weinstein, also attended the party and drugged her before engaging in sexual abuse. And then the next post, it says, in approximately 1996, Blank resided with Blank in Blank. An unknown man abducted Blank from her home, when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, while Weinstein had inserted his fingers into Blank, and Blank believes she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. For the record, and also so I don't get sued, all right, this is just an allegation. This is just
it's alleged.
An ambiguous claim. A lot of crazy stuff is coming out today from these Epstein files. And from what I understand, a lot of these are apparently reports that were made to the FBI, to the authorities. Now, that doesn't mean a crime has taken place. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's absolutely 100% true. But what it does mean is that apparently this is a claim that has been made at some point historically, and it has been documented in the Epstein files. And honestly, when we saw Jay-Z was getting sued by a Jane Doe that said that she'd allegedly done something to her, and there was this Tony Busby lawyer that got dragged, and Jay-Z said, "You won't get one red penny from me." He had a lot of responses for that. So I would like to see Jay-Z's response to this. And I think we...
I had to pause that there. I would like to see Jay-Z's response to this. Like, someone's out there to get Jay-Z, man. I'm telling you. First, it was the Diddy one with that Bugs B guy. The civil cases, they landed on him in the 90s. And then this Epstein files has come out with his name and some really, really dark things going on. Like, someone is out to get this guy, and they want to get him in a really dark way. Because if this is not true, do you get what I'm saying? It still puts a stain on Jay-Z's name. Regardless of how untrue it is, it's like things just keep popping up about you. And they're really dark. Do you get what I mean? Man, I rate the guy, man. Don't get me wrong. I rate the guy. But in an Epstein file, which is alleged, there is some sort of timeline that doesn't really work out. We're going to get into all that anyway. Let's keep hearing what Trapper's got to say.
will see it. I think we will see it over the next few days. Because if he's got all that energy for Tony Busby, he's going to have to respond to this. He's going to have to. So this is some of the response. Now, this was first posted in the JAYZ subreddit 4 hours ago. People saying, so Jay got his government name listed, but Push just has his rap name. They're saying this. But then they're posting a picture of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z cheesing it up at the Sundance Film Festival. Okay, so look, for the record, a lot of people aren't believing this. They're saying that, you know, him not having his government name and him having his government name in there and Pusha T not having it, it's cap, it's fake paperwork. That's what some people are saying. Right?
Makes sense.
At this point, it's very interesting. Okay, it says it's a reported statement, not the straight, deep research. Though I will say that people are referred to by other things in the files at other points. If I'm remembering right, this alone isn't 100% perfect lock him up evidence, but at a minimum, it was grounds that the FBI thought it was something of note. Then didn't touch upon it as they didn't with every person on the list, including the man in the big house, which is problematic at the least. Regardless of whether you think he did this or not, there would be no harm in investigating him along with the rest for this stuff. So here's some people arguing that this likely isn't true. They're saying, so we should believe that in 1996, Jay-Z, still without a record label living in New York, was already hanging around with Harvey Weinstein. Sounds like BS, just like the last time. But some people are saying this is the time period that Jay-Z was chasing LL Cool J around in clubs in New York to battle him for clout, and we're supposed to believe he was connected to Weinstein and Epstein.
See, the
They're saying
timeline.
Jay-Z was a rapper who was getting dissed by Tupac, all right? So look, they're saying that, look, Jay-Z can't have been that popular. He didn't have this sort of Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein connections in 1996. It was too early. But then some people are arguing, wasn't he like 26 and already connected to the game? It's possible, in my opinion. Jay had connections by then. Reasonable doubt wasn't the start of his career. But then people are arguing and says, if he was that connected, so much connected, he was close friends with Weinstein, who was already winning Oscars, why couldn't he even get signed by some label? If Jay-Z was so close with him, why didn't they use his firm to produce Streets Is Watching? Why didn't they do anything together for 20 years, never appeared together when they were such close friends, according to his lady? But then we get to this. So there's been a lot of allegations that Jay-Z has dated girls young and all that kind of thing. Now, we're not going to get into that in this video. There has been definitely a lot of claims made. Some of them, you know, some of them look more meritable than others. I think we'll just leave it at that. But a lot of people are saying this has to be cap, okay? So this...
Well, for me, that's where the dark truth or the darkness comes from. That, you know, the young girls, etc., which I'm not going to cover as well because it's just alleged. Everything is alleged. However, I want to just get into why I think these guys might be involved with Epstein or in the Epstein files. So you get what I'm saying? So we have the likes of Memphis, Bleek, always talking about Jay-Z, always on the interview run talking about Jay-Z. At the moment, if I was Rock Nation, I'll be calling Bleek, yo, them interviews are done, man. Don't talk about Hov anymore. You get what I'm saying? But Bleek has always had a lot to say.
I get to this party, start seeing all the kids from the projects in here, and these niggas popping bottles, drinking. Hov is with that funny. That's why I tell is the Hov you see now.
Yeah, this is a
man. I
want
wish
to write
these...
the book about it.
Yo.
It's called it's the domestication of a gangster. That's gonna be in my book I'm writing.
I like that title.
Because that's what he is. He's a domesticated gangster.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yo.
tell everyone. I said, you know, when they talk Jay and they talk about him today and where he's at, and he's a businessman, shrewd businessman. I said. He got that because he honed his skills from this time.
And ground him from
he
the
says
beginning.
it in his songs. You just ain't paying attention.
You leave me no choice. I leave you no voice. Believe you me, son. I hate to do it just as bad as you hate to see it done.
Hey, he says it in his lyrics. He was a drug dealer. At the first video that I played you already, explained to you what Memphis Bleek said. He didn't know what he was doing. Of someone that had hundreds and 50s or, you know, different type of draws, you get what I'm saying? Definitely a drug dealer. That's what it sounds to me. And that's the only reason why I think he may have got involved with these sort of people. Jay-Z saw that life early, man. What did people say at 26 or whatever age it was? You get what I'm saying? He had like 500,000. You get what I'm saying? He could buy deals off Def Jam. You get what I mean? He was an independent artist. Reasonable Doubt was released by him under his own label, and he had a distribution deal, etc. You get what I'm saying? All this money was drug deal money. So if they're saying that handlers, etc., do you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I don't know what the timeline is. I just think that these guys were massive drug dealers, and they ended up with people that they wanted to sell it to. Do you get what I'm saying? Harvey Weinstein or whatever says, "Oh yeah, who's the biggest drug dealer? I need some good stuff." And obviously he's gonna call someone in the hood. They don't have that in the city. Do you get what I'm saying? Put two and two together. They will link up with Jay-Z. I got this big guy. He wants to buy weight. Jay-Z's having these tons of weight with him, and he's looking. I need to get rid of this, man. The feds on me. Do you get what I'm saying? Now who's the guy? Yeah, you gotta go to his party. He's got to do what he's got to do. Sometimes, or the Rockefeller crew, they're like, yo, sometimes Jay-Z's never around. You get what I'm saying? We don't really see Jay that much. You get me? Yeah, all he does is just pops in the studio, drops his bars, and he's out. A very private guy. You get what I mean? Till today, he's very private. But this is all alleged. I don't want anyone suing me too, man. I'm a small channel, and I'm a big fan of Jay-Z. People know me, man. My favorite song never changed. The one he did with Kanye West. I'm still fucking with crime because crime pays. How hustling, same clothes for days. I never changed. I'm still stuck in my ways. Who you know, like Hove. You get what I'm saying? Big fan. And there's also big fans out there that are looking like, oh, come on, what the fuck is going on? Everyone's like, I got my hat to the back too. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on my Brooklyn shit? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But this is all alleged, and I hope it's alleged. I hope it's a lie. I hope, obviously, he's got lawyers in deck, and lawyers are going to come and clarify this as soon as possible. You get what I'm saying? It's got me speechless as well, man. Going into more Jay-Z, so how much did Jay-Z give Def Jam to sign the contract? So basically, Jay-Z did not pay to sign Def Jam. Rather, he reportedly paid $5 million to buy out the remainder of his contract and leave the label in 2009. The exit payment allowed him to become an independent artist and release his album, The Blueprint 3, through a new venture, Rock Nation, as part of a $150 million deal with Live Nation. Like, the details are all over the place. We all know that Jay was really rich before he even made Reasonable Doubt. Even when he was battling DMX, what's up? My money, what's that line? My money, something da 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 da. You get what I mean? That line there. I kind of forgot the line, but there was a line that he told DMX, and everyone just went crazy. We never saw like the video of that, but
a major label deal to his name in 1996, and you're telling me he became the richest musician ever from 1997 to today, and there's no dirt from that time span? The smear campaign is real, unfortunately, and I don't think he's going to shake this one. The public is too dense to actually read what's said. They're just going to say he came up in the Diddy case and the Epstein files, and it's that, SMH. But then they're saying, here's Jay-Z at a party with Weinstein, who knew Epstein at a party in 1998. Lol, and you don't think it's plausible. Let's take a look. Are they at the same party, apparently? Is that Jay? Jay at the party? I don't even want to know what this is. Diddy at the party? Is that Muhammad Ali? Hey, we know how... Listen, do your research on how Muhammad Ali gets down. Is that Harvey Weinstein? That's looking like Harvey Weinstein. This is a party that I would be embarrassed to be at. Let's just leave it at that. Enough said, okay?
He had to wait, and he had to be in those parties to monitor his weight, bruv. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Man was monitoring his money, but he had to be sophisticated in those pictures too, as a sophisticated gangster at the same time. Like, the real G's do know. You get what I'm saying? This guy had weight. He had weight. He was pushing weight. That's the only way or the reason why he got into that party. He couldn't go like a hood nigga wearing a hat to the back and everything. You get what I'm saying? He had to blend in with them, man. Put on a suit and stuff. You get what I mean? That's how it is. So sophisticated gangster. This guy's been telling you in his lyrics. However, the dark side, which is the abuse and everything, this is alleged. I don't know. But I just think the only reason why he got involved with this kind of people is because he sold massive amount of drugs. That's the only reason. Same as Pusha T.
People saying 1996, this has to be bullshit. People believe anything, but other people are saying cope. People saying, I can't believe this. People think this is real. But apparently is. Apparently, some people believe it is. But here it is. Here's the full paperwork. This is literally on the Department of Justice's website, a Federal Bureau of Investigation crisis intake document regarding child trafficking and the case ID being related to Epstein. Okay? says this woman called the FBI National Threat Operations Center to identify herself as a victim of abuse by Jeffrey Epstein and others. Basically explained that in approximately 1994, a bunch of redacted stuff. I don't think I could see through these redactions, but anyway, it basically says that's her allegation. She made these allegations. She said she was abducted on 7 occasions, waking up in opulent indoor settings. Obviously, I already read you this passage here that relates to, alleged presence of Sean Carter. And Weinstein had inserted his fingers into blank blank. She believes she was in Epstein's mansion. She goes on to say she was abducted on 7 occasions. She always woke up in an opulent indoor setting, suffered from abuse from multiple of those locations. Epstein participated. She said Leon Black, William Barr, for U.S. Attorney General. Wow, it's crazy, okay? In 2006, that was when she last recalled being abused by Epstein. She said she was drugged, clouded her memory. This is where she mentions Pusha T, which we already touched on. In 2007, she attended a party. Weinstein and Pusha T were at the party, claimed to have additional information of other persons involved in the enterprise, racketeering in support of trafficking.
Why? Let me get into Pusha T, man. We all know Pusha T is a big drug dealer. From his lyrics, he said it. But him being involved in this as well, I just think is the same ball game. They used to sell drugs and they had weight at a ton that they needed to get rid of. How do they get rid of it? This has always been in movies, man. You have to go to the rich white folks, man. Come to my party and sell it. Do you get what I mean? But all these, like him being a handler and drugging, it's just alleged as well, man. I don't understand it. Those are just too dark, man. They're gonna have to give more information on that and timeline, and there needs to be more evidence on that. Pusha T might need to lawyer up, Jay-Z lawyer up. Do you get what I'm saying? From Pusha T's lyrics, we can already hear it. Do you get what I'm saying? I can't play everything. This was Fico, him and Malice. Obviously, Malice became a born-again Christian as well, so there's a lot of detail in that. So
downstream line, moving weight was like lipo. The rest of y'all stuck in a rut.
Moving weight was like lipo. The rest of y'all stuck in a rut. Do you get what I'm saying? I need to hear Malice's bar on that again.
We was powerlifting 2.2s. Nah, we ain't throw gang signs. My brick walk was second to none. Miami niggas like big perm, cause they numbers was face on. Cuban showed me nothing but love. Hands 3 and 9 on the wheel as I'm crossing the state line. Dumb diddy, dumb diddy, dumb.
Yo, that's just... Yo. Yeah, the drug bar's too sick, man. The drug bar's too sick, but they've already told you in the lyrics, man. So I think these lyrics is out to haunt them, man. Do you get what I mean? Because of where they sold these tons of drugs, man. You get what I'm saying? They sold it to the wrong person. That's what I think is going on here, man. This is the only reason why they're going to be in these files. However, if what they're saying they are involved in, right, the dark side of it, sleeping underage, abusing, and all that, they're going to have to lawyer up, man. And they're going to have to bring out real evidence on these guys, showing that they actually did this. Because, this is dark. Like I need to repeat myself about this. I think the only reason why they were involved in this files is because they moved a lot of weight and they needed to sell it to someone and get rid of it. But in the process, they got involved with the wrong person. And this is what's going down. So we got the likes of Kanye as well.
You take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they ain't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Man. Liars are now the face of our culture.
Wow. That's all I gotta say, man. There's too much going on here. Everyone thought Kanye was crazy, but listen to what Kanye is saying. Why is he involving Pusha T and Jay-Z and saying they could tell the truth about something. So they know something. They actually do know something is, you know. But this is what I'm saying. That put 2 and 2 together. Them two had weight. You get what I'm saying? They sold it to the guy, which they're now involved in his files. But the allegations they're putting against you guys is kind of dark. And Kanye is now saying here, tell the truth. Let the people know. You're the face of hip hop. You get what I'm saying? So who's really going to tell the truth? Is this where the ratting or the street code comes in? I got to keep my mouth shut regardless. They just have to lawyer up. But it's crazy. And we get Pusha T. Obviously, Drake fans are all like gassed and everything. So we get like Pusha T. He's like, hey, at Champagne Pappy, you can't be talking when you're in the files too. Whoa. It's going down, man. I think I'm going to pause here, man. You get what I'm saying? I'm absolutely going to pause here. Oh my God, this is crazy, people. What do you guys think, man? Like, for real, like, is Jay-Z really involved in this? Like, the dark side of it? I already know Jay-Z's a drug dealer. I knew he was moving tons of weight. He was richer than most rappers before he got his deal in 96 or before he dropped his album in 96. You get what I'm saying? Memphis Bleek confirmed that. From the first introduction of this video that I presented to you guys, do you get what I'm saying? So, and Pusha T too. He's already told you in his lyrics, you heard a part of his lyrics in FICO, they were moving absolute weight. You get what I'm saying? Malice has confirmed it. Malice is a born-again Christian. Is he going to come out and tell the truth? You get what I'm saying? Like, somebody needs to come out and tell the truth. The streets is done. This movement of the streets code, whatever, is absolutely done. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, time is up, people. You're going to have to give it up. Like, you've told too much lies. You're the faces of what we look up to. But it's all lies. And, you know, there's a lot of darkness in there, which is just giving me the ick, kind of. You get what I'm saying? Like, do I want to listen to your music now? You know, I don't know what is true. I don't know what is a lie. Like, some lyrics are so ironic, and some lyrics, the metaphors in there, you're like, oh, okay. Really? You get what I'm saying? So, guys, help me out in the comments, man. You get what I'm saying? I think I'm going to leave it there. Digging deep and deep. Pause. Like, it just gets too dark. But shout out to Trapmore Ross for, you know, the source. And if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy, The Dub. I'm out of here, man. Jeez.
I'm about to pull up, you don't know. I got my hood up, you don't know. Snapchat.